Hello everyone. So we're going to have a go at this question now. It's the SEC 2022 examination paper question 5. It's here on the side of it. Axonometric projection. So the first thing I'm going to do is take out my 60 degree set square. Here we are. And I'm going to have a look. Now what I want to look very closely at is this. I'm going to check this and we're going to start labelling, because labelling is very important. So over here we're going to look at this point here. This point here, if we look closely, is already there because they have it drawn for us. This point, I can call that point A. And if I look over here then we'd see where point A is along this line. But I'll just look at this 3D graphic here for a minute. This will point us a little bit further in the direction. So point A, where would it be on this graphic? Right there in that corner, A. The other, we'll call this point over here point B for a minute. Alright. If we look at this graphic here, here we have point A and here we have point B. Right there. I'll just extend that line on slightly. The construction part of it that they used. Now, if I look at this point up here, right there, that point there is point AB. Alright, I'll just mark it here with a colour pen. So we see A here, we see AB, then we see this point here, which is A/B. Alright, because we see it here in front elevation, we see it here as end view, we see it here as isometric. So if I look again, the point B is here in end view because we're looking in from this direction. We're looking in this direction, we have the end view. We're looking in this direction, we're looking into the elevation. So when we go again, keep labelling then again. So nice and easy, think of every step that we're making. So what about this point up here now I'm looking at next? That point there on the 3D graphic is here. I have to be very, very careful here now what I'm doing. Because this will catch out in a second. If I actually brought on a construction line here and a construction line here, I'll have the point, it's actually right there. And that there is this point here, which is, we can call it point C. Now I know I'm going slightly off the screen at that. So point C. You see them here now, A, B, C. So C. C would be here on this point. Okay, just a little purple again, point C. And then on the other side of that, I have point D. We can see it, it's in at the back. CD. It's opposite to this, in at the back we can see it, hidden. If we look up here now, we see B. It's not only B though, if you think very far about it, and think what's at the back of it. What's at the back of it? If C is here, D is in here somewhere, so this is line BD. Here. If we look over at A, what have we? AC. A/C. Right in that point there. These things you have to think about very closely. We're after using up to D. We'll use E here now. Mark a colour pen again. E. This here is point E. Now, be very careful. Very, very careful here now. F. This is EF, this point here, or otherwise it's FE. And I'll tell you why it's FE. Because we keep the one closest to us first on the lettering sequence. So F and the one at the back is E. F is here, alright, it is here, this particular point, but the one in at the back here is E. So we've EF or FE. We always put the nearest one to us first. We're looking again now. Just adjust the camera slightly here now again. G, H, G, H. Think about it now. Up here, HG. The reason it's HG is because H is nearest and then G is furthest away. This point here is H. The one the opposite side here is G. See G there in view. Now, that's the body of it. That's the outlay of it, of the whole piece. So I'm going to go now and I'm just going to draw in what I have. Now I can't have this camera in such a way that I can't zoom out, I don't think. I just have to adjust it and hope that you can see where I'm coming from at the top of the video up here. So now I'm going to start drawing lines. Now next, 30 degrees set square. I have AB. I'd like to get C now. So I'm going to bring C. C is already there. There it is here. C. And we have point D. They just didn't finish it off fully, but it is there. I'll just say be very wary of point D because it isn't just right in the centre, it's actually in slightly. Sorry, it's not. BD is this point here. No, it's okay. It's sorry, D. They're heavy, fairly heavy lines. Can heavy them all up now, it's the base. Now, I'm going to bring, F is already there. There's F there. E then will be over here somewhere. I'll have to bring it down first. It's not brought down from here yet. So, isn't that point there? There's E. Now what I can do is I can bring E down to B, because E is joined to B. Heavy. Okay. Next what I'm going to do, I'm looking up here now at G, H, I'm going to bring them down. H down, any length, nice and light, and G down. Now, they're down the page. I have to bring H and G from this point here now. You can see HG, I'm just going to move the camera back up again there. HG, down the page, and I'm looking closely. H, right here. G, right there. Very careful now. Look, we're showing off. This might throw off some people. The angle is not 30 degrees anymore because this is a sloped surface. If you look here, it's sloped. It's not at 30 degrees. That's why I'm throwing off my Z square. It's not at 30 anymore. It's not on this line. I'm throwing it off slightly. Now, one thing you should check, make sure it's okay. When I go along and I get the angle of this line here, I just have to move my T square for a minute. I'm taking T square. So this line here, these points here should be the same angle to each other. So point G and E should be at the same angle as point H and F. I just want to make this heavy here. Okay. Now, H can be dropped now. So I'm going to do that. Down to C. Light for the moment, not heavy. So enough that you can see it there. Now the bit we can start thinking about is this curve here. How are we going to manage that? The curve will be in this area here somewhere. You know, it'll be, we have the outline of the dispenser now, so it's only just a matter of getting the curve in. The easiest way to do that is get a compass, and I'm going to take a series of heights here on this line here, this part of the curve, or this part of the dispenser. Now the curve doesn't start until I get up as far as here. This semicircle, or quarter circle even, is a straight line up to here. So this is the segment we're dealing with. So I'll just take that distance there first, it's okay. That height there. And I'll come over here to the end view and I'll mark it off. Alright, so I'll call that point there 1. And it's 1 here as well. Okay. Now I'm just going to take smaller compass settings here now. 2. Same as compass setting. I'll show you in the end view in a minute now why we need it here. 2. 3. 3. 4. The elevation. 4 in the end view. 5. 5. 5 in the elevation, 5 in the end view. Now you won't get a 6th out of it because the compass setting is it's overshooting where I want to go, and it's overshooting here, so that's okay. We can leave it at that. Now the critical part. I'm going to go now and I'm lining my 45-degree set square up against this bottom line here. I'm using my 60 here in my left hand, and I'm going to bring up this. These lines are going to be brought across to the curve now. Just to touch the curve, no further. Right. And with that, I have a couple of points. Here, 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 here. Alright. These points now, I'm going to bring them down the page. So I'm going to throw them at 30 degrees down the page. This one, this one, this one, this one. Now I'm looking closely. I'm going to label these because I want to be just 100% sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then the 6th will be here. The same as the 6th is over here. I'll bring down that 6th point because I need it. Now, I'm going to go now and bring these at 30 degrees down the page. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll bring the 6th as well. Now start tracing lines next. 2 pencils I'm going to get. And I'm going to look closely here now. Here's one. One coming down the page. One coming down the page. One coming in from here. Where did they intersect? Right there. That line is just extended on that construction line they made. I label it. 1. 2 pencils again. 2, 2. Coming down. Coming down. Here. 2. 2 pencils. 3, 3. Coming down. Coming down. Right there. 3. 4, 4. Coming down the page. Coming down the page. Here. 4. 5. Here we are. 5 and 5. Down the page. Coming down the page. 5. 6, here, here, down the page, right there, 6. Now, we go and draw our curve now. Dot between them, and then draw it fully. So, dot between them first. Try and get a nice curve. Keep your hand inside the curve here all the time as well. Dot it in nice and neat first, and then we'll have it in after. That's heavier now. We look closely now, there's a bit more work to do here in this corner. We still need to bring this point down here, and this point down here, and this point and this point for hidden detail. So I'm going to do that now. So I'm just going to call these points here something else. The curve is completely finished now. This is separate to the curve. So this point here, I'm going to call it Z. And I'm going to bring it down the page. I'm just starting the other end of the alphabet now, that's all I'm doing. I'm looking closely now where Z is going. I have to think about this now for a second. So I'm using this point here because I'm going to be stepping it in. If we look here in this part, this is the actual corner. This other corner here is stepped in. It's stepped in a bit, so that we need to step in. That's okay. I can make this solid now back to the curve. And that point there, I'm going to make it solid up to the curve as well. I actually marked off these other points. There's no need to mark off the other points actually, because it'll work there perfectly for me. Okay, so that's it. The drawing is complete now. I have a coloured in drawn version of the drawing now, just to show you. So this is it here, one I completed earlier, and it shows the surfaces of the piece. So if we look closely there, we have the elevation here, and we see this green stepped in part is stepped in here. You can see it, it's stepped in. If we look in this direction, we see the end view, and we see the blue and the yellow surface. We see the blue and the yellow here again. We're looking in front elevation in that direction. We see the green and the red, green, red, and that's it. If we were looking down from plan, we would see nothing, only the yellow area here in plan. Thanks a lot. Have a go at that question and see how it works out for you. Thanks.